and I cannot type to save my life. Good Sunday morning, everybody. Yes, we are back.
About time.
Yes.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome back to Talkin Wrestling. I am Greco Moses, Rob Prebish. To my right, I've got New Kent head coach Mike Foss. Behind him is his trusty assistant, John Goodbody. And joining us today is Manchester High School head coach Jesse Bell.
The true representative of Central Region.
Yes.
For Vawa.
Yes. So, hey, it's Talkin Wrestling Live. Man, it's...
There's a lot of stuff on your computer.
Yeah.
A lot going on.
Yeah.
Facebook is there. We did not have Cool in the Gang, but we wanted Cool in the Gang. that was close to being cool. That's as close to being as cool in the gang as you can without being cool in the gang.
Hey, who was that?
Impossible.
It was the OJs.
Oh, okay.
That was the OJs. Give the people what they want. Yes.
Back to you.
Back to you. Hey.
Hey, first podcast of the new wrestling season. We're getting it going. All right, we have a new sponsorship this week.
Today's sponsor is Ye Old College Diners Grilled Stickies. They're freaking good.
That's the slogan.
That's the slogan.
Is that a meat?
No, it's like a cinnamon bun.
Oh, Dana. Oh,
It's
yeah.
like a cinnamon bun pressed into a loaf. You grill it up, throw some...
Grill the crap out of it.
Oh,
They're world famous.
world
Yes.
famous.
They're probably famous at Just State College.
Me, I guess.
It's kind of like that one town where they do the scrapple on one side.
Yeah,
Like we're part of Pennsylvania. Is that?
That's in Susquehanna River there.
So,
Foss used to say
We'll leave this this fine specimen right here. Hey, if anyone from my department at Meadowbrook High School is watching, I'm bringing you guys breakfast tomorrow. So
You don't get breakfast.
No.
You may want to drink the Pepto ahead of time.
No, they're actually really good.
Call that one in.
So, what has been going on, fellas?
It's been a while.
Been way too long. We had finished up preseason. Went to Super 32.
Yeah.
That was good. It was a lot of fun, man. Having some of the New Kent boys going down there and traveling down there with all the parents and stuff.
Right.
Always enjoyable. Then season started. Now we're getting after it a little bit. We had our first scrimmage yesterday. You guys were there. St. Chris by far has the shortest coaching staff in the state of Virginia.
I felt very tall yesterday.
Like I felt like if we were playing basketball as a coaching staff, we got a chance.
We might be able to back him down.
Well, we might be short, but we will kick you in the shins and foul the heck out.
You guys were definitely ankle biting.
Yes.
Tomer got everyone there about 30 minutes late, but we're not judging his driving. We're not.
Well, I have to apologize for that happening because I was coming back from home in Pennsylvania, and I'm a stickler to get places early or on time, and you see what
did not happen.
Did not happen.
But
What about you, Previous? What do you have going on?
Well, like you guys said, finished preseason. I'm almost 12 weeks post-surgery on my knee. I don't know if we can see this, but I've got to wear the bionic knee brace.
that's not normally there, people.
No.
Just
Surgery went well.
It's a fashion thing. Right?
Yeah, it's a fashion thing. Like you would want to wear this thing. No, it's not fun to wear. I got to thank Foss here for helping me out. The surgery. We thought it was going to take like an hour, and
You guys committed. You guys spent the whole day together.
it took all day.
not together. It was me and my computer. I designed middle school singlets with that. So
You did a good job.
Yeah, so I'm recovering. I've got about 90 degrees of flexion. It's going to be a long road.
But
So
it's all good.
Yeah.
Wrestling season started. You gotta be excited. What about you, Coach Bell? What do you got going on?
I just finished our second scrimmage with Douglas Freeman and Dinwiddie.
oh,
Dinwiddie, half their team was still doing football.
yeah,
Oh,
we're still in
yeah.
the playoffs.
Wasn't exactly what we wanted, but it was a good time. Finished early.
let's see Coach Hall.
Yeah, we
Probably the
did.
nicest guy
It is
ever.
a top
Not on
shot.
crutches.
Oh yeah, he's awesome. He's a good dude.
The only one nicer.
He's a lot nicer than all you guys.
The old guy. Remember? Did you ever meet the older guy that
He
used
was
to
there.
coach with?
Yeah, he was
that
there.
guy is even nicer than Coach Hall.
Yeah.
And Coach Hall's one of the nicest guys you ever meet. So that's pretty awesome.
Well, before we get going with our topics today, I want to take a minute and thank you, the viewer, thank you, people on Facebook for liking the Talkin Wrestling page. And it's
Look at that.
it's Yeah, we're back, and this is an impressive group of people that, quote unquote, like talking
If
wrestling.
you like it on Facebook, you like it in real life.
What the
Jeez.
What happened?
We're back!
Yeah, technical
We gotta quit
difficulties.
It's early. I'm gonna get the neighbors mad
The,
at
the
you.
neighbors are probably recovering.
Whatever.
Is that?
We're back. Thank you, Larry Allen.
Yes.
Thank you, Larry.
Yes.
Helping us out, looking out for us. We're back up now. You know, the blooper reel is gonna be hilarious with that.
Good lord.
You guys get some good
we'll
stuff.
have to edit that.
All right,
That's
so,
gonna have to be edited out.
you know, before we get into a bunch of scrimmages stuff though going on though. I mean, we had a scrimmage. We had Glen Allen and had St. Chris at our place.
Right.
Tons of good goes. Really beneficial for all the kids.
Yeah, I thought that was a good day.
You know, it was
Morning.
just a great day of wrestling. As Coach Gordon said,
It's good for the sport, fellas.
great for the sport. It was a good day of wrestling.
was a productive day of wrestling.
You know, so it was pretty awesome. You know, all boys got, you know, their eyes opened up a little bit.
Right.
And, you know, our shape was good. We definitely need to tighten up on some technique and stuff before we compete this upcoming weekend.
I mean, you guys have been practicing officially for how long? Was it like 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you get you got your football?
Shape's
boys
real
back?
good, though.
Yeah, I got them back.
I felt all the teams there were pretty decent shape.
Yeah.
So I was
Yeah.
pretty beneficial. And,
That's
you
good.
know, so this week just weight management.
Did
you know,
miss Chris
fine-tuning some
Harris,
technique
though.
stuff. We did miss Chris Harris at the scrimmage. He was
Yeah.
not there.
Yeah.
Number.
What is he?
What is love?
He's off the chart.
He is literally off the
Yeah,
chart.
he's like 38.
Not in a good way.
You know.
He's in love.
Number one in our hearts. Number
But-
38.
Bell, you had scrimmages. You had a scrimmage on Tuesday. Then you had another one, right?
Yeah, we had another one on last Saturday. It was at Lee Thomasdale and Nottoway.
Oh wow.
Did
And
Nottoway bring the robes?
That's old school.
Dude, that was awesome.
That's old crap.
Had we see that guy that did that? Pendergast?
Right.
Down
Good
at WRAL.
You got to see, what's the name of that guy? I used to work with that coach in the summer for Nottoway.
Oh, hey, Josh Dix is chatting with us. He said James River hosted Petersburg,
Oh.
Tucker, and Varina last Tuesday.
A lot of these
Josh, I was
teams.
able to check out your roster on Track Wrestling, man. It's good to see you guys having a little bit more numbers over there, man.
That's
I'm proud of
good.
you. You know.
I guess that's why Petersburg didn't show up Tuesday then.
Oh, they
there's
were
been
the
issues.
football playoffs.
You know, that's
Petersburg get confused?
Football playoffs.
I like it. I like it. The schools look very similar.
They do.
They look very similar. Color scheme's a little bit off, but
Nottoway had a big win in football too, so they probably didn't have all their
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, they
So-
said they didn't get home till 3
what do
a.m.
y'all got opening week though?
Wow.
Like, you know, next week when you're competing early though, Coach. What do you got? Like,
Starting on Wednesday.
Oh, right off the bat.
Yeah, we are at Midlothian. It's a tribe, Midlothian, Manchester, and Cosby.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
wow.
good stuff. You get to see Coach Jimmy Cox.
Jimmy Cox, I saw his dad
Coach
last
Jenkins,
week.
top shelf.
Yeah.
And you can see Mike Stefanko
Yeah.
and Metzger.
Ed Metzger.
Wow.
Like, you know who the low guy on that totem pole is? Coach Bell.
That is.
Hey, we also have Coach Bill Swink from Colonial Forge.
Oh, all right.
Volvo
Hey.
State Chairman. Hey, look what's behind us, Coach Swink.
Yeah.
It's kind of up here, like,
Yeah. So we're putting an early shout out to the Virginia Wrestling Association, http www.virginiawrestling.com for your source for everything wrestling in Virginia.
Andrew Fair is everywhere. Like, I think he was like doing my laundry the other day. Like, he's everywhere. He's
I thought
like,
that was
I
Mr.
see him in
Gavin.
Greensboro. I see him like, he's all over the place.
Yeah.
You know.
He's like Waldo.
But,
Actually, if you put a red and white hat on him,
Yeah, there you
it's
go.
where is Fair?
There's fair.
Is he the tallest one on the staff?
He,
Oh,
By
he-
far.
uh,
He's dunking on you guys.
between him and Owen Duffy is one of our
You
upper
couldn't
coaches.
stack Gatomer and Hope head on head, and be taller than him. That's pretty bad.
But so after you have your little try on Wednesday, Coach, what y'all doing during the weekend?
We are going to Lake Taylor on Friday,
Oh.
and then on Saturday we have our Conference 12 duels.
Conference 12.
Conference
Early.
12.
Conference 12.
Very early.
Wow.
The Norfolk duels are pretty cool though. Like you told me like you guys pay for as many duels as you
Yeah.
want. Like it's pretty
Yeah.
cool though. Like, just kind of get those kids, get them away.
Pay for your duels.
Yeah, it's kind of expensive, but
Yeah.
you don't have to be there on Saturday, so that works. We can just do Friday
Right.
and then come on back home for our duels.
Who are you guys opening with?
We're at the Central Virginia Classic.
Okay.
We're helping Coach Marshall, who's the former Glen Allen coach.
Right.
He's the AD up there now. He's trying to get that tournament going, kind of building up, like kind of like the Hopewell Invitational was for a couple of years.
Yeah.
They're trying to rebuild it and get it going. Like Coach Helberg from Deep Run's helping him out too.
Right.
So we're going to that. I think Atlee's there, Grassfield there. I heard the coach shaved his beard, but it's all good.
That's
a sensitive subject.
Real upset about it.
But Grassfield's there.
You'll not know who it is.
You guys, BK's there, I believe.
Yeah, we're sending. It'll be a combination
Lothian.
of starters and B guys.
I mean, it'll be some good competition, just to kind of start off. We're a little bit younger too. I mean, of course, we've got some studs, but
Right.
we got some younger guys too. That's going to be a good,
That's
just
going to be
kinda,
good for them.
Yeah.
get their feet wet and stuff. And our schedule picks up pretty quickly, so
Right.
Yeah.
it's all good to kind of get out there and just get some mat time, and then we'll slowly just start picking up as the the weeks pass. So
Right on.
looking forward to it. Where you guys at?
We're going up to Skyline for the Elite Opener. ChooseTop.com. CTDC.com. Yeah, so it's gonna be a good tournament. Coach Swink will be there with Colonial Forge.
Yeah.
Robinson will be there.
There's some good teams,
Bird,
man. It's top.
Falkier. With
Fuck here?
yeah, Doug Fisher.
The man.
Is his son in high school yet, or is he
No.
still in middle? Okay.
Yeah,
Battlefield will be there.
Battlefield Robinson's head coach. Hazard's son's in high school now.
Oh, wow.
So that should be interesting.
What way's
Yeah,
he going?
Maybe that 26-32.
yeah, it should be a good tournament. We'll see where we're at. The first 3 weeks are a freaking grind for us because we have the Elite Opener, then we send some guys to Ironman, and then the third week we send some guy, like the majority of our team, to the Beast. So it's going to be a grind. 740.
you guys look-
Hanover's going to be there. Your 4A champions.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Boy.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
yeah, it's going to
They're
be.
gonna miss some
That was a
football
good-
players, I assume, but they'll be in good shape still, though.
Yeah, they'll
those
be-
kids that are gonna send up there are gonna be tough, man. They got some tough freshmen over there in Hanover this year.
Yeah, it'll be a good tournament. Oh hey, Jason Bryant.
Oh, wow.
Jason
Holy
Bryant.
cow.
Royalty.
And yeah, and this goes back to, when we got cut off, I was talking about the people that like Talkin Wrestling
There's one.
on Facebook. Well, Coach Swink likes Talkin Wrestling. Jason Bryant, who is the man when it comes to journalism,
Yes, top shelf.
with wrestling, and Craig Sesker shortly behind him. I got to give Jason Bryant the nudge there because he's a Virginia boy.
Although I'm sure he misses the daily press.
Yeah, I miss Matt Talk online.
Matt Talk Online.
Matt Talk
Actually,
Online is awesome.
Matt Talk Online is back, but in a different form. It's a podcast.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I listened to it, the open mat.
Yeah. See, Jason, I'm putting out
That's
good
good
vibes
stuff.
for
Your short time podcast.
Yeah.
It's good stuff, man.
Yeah. So, but people like we got a couple of NCAA champions. Mean Gene Mills was actually asking about the broadcast at 10 o'clock. I hope I didn't upset him because he'll throw that half.
You'll get a turncoat.
The Mills half.
Mills half, yeah.
half us. He'll come down
Yeah.
here and Mills half us.
Mark Ryland, who was an NCAA champ at Iowa, he's
Oh,
a
wow.
fan. He's also real big with USA Wrestling. Pete Gonzalez was a 3-time
Yeah.
D3 national champ.
Good friends with Steinbacher.
On and on and
Sorry
on.
to hear that for that guy.
So we're excited that people actually like the Facebook page. Hopefully they'll check out the episodes from season 1 on our YouTube
'Cause
channel.
we're back.
We're back.
Yes.
We're back. So let's get into it, guys.
What do you got?
Mean we haven't been into it at all? I thought we were into it already.
Oh, hey, VAWA launching the Virginia Wrestling Roundup podcast next week. Oh, great.
wow.
I know Farrah's gonna.
You stepping on our shoe swing?
Competition.
No, that was from Jason Bryant. Jeez.
I was like, come on, Swink. Help us out, man.
So what'd you all do over the summer?
During the summer, I mean, when we started, we finished up and it was August. We were taking off at New Kent.
Right.
Giving the kids some time away, and we finished up. I went on some trips. Went to Charleston, South Carolina. With, friends and family, and just kind of relaxed a little bit. Finished working. Got ready for the school year, and You know.
Yeah, you're over at the high school. You're at New Kent High School now.
Yeah, no, missed my elementary team down there, but it's fun being up at the high school, being a little closer to the wrestlers, and getting to work with this gentleman every day. You know, so it's a lot of fun.
Lucky
you know,
me.
I mean that's the age group I wanted
Just
to work
living
with.
the
and
dream.
Stuff, so you know, it's good stuff, man. It's great situation. I'm glad it's wrestling season now, though. I love preseason. I love the training aspect of it, but nothing beats getting in the room every single day.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, and like just being around all the not even just your team, but the coaches, the community, and doing some marketing stuff and building your program, and it's just a lot of fun. So.
Right.
Well, you Preeps, I just want to finish out. Besides getting your knee cut up.
I was all over the place. Cadet Worlds didn't go as well as we thought. Just we lack experience in Greco. Excuse me. But it was a good experience. Got to work with one of my heroes, Sean Sheldon, who was a two-time Olympian and world team member. Fargo. By the time I got to Fargo, I was so exhausted. That I just. It was a busy summer. Fargo, we've got work to do for Greco, which I'm excited to get going on. But again, yeah, it's the high school season, and it's going to be the 3-month grind, and it's going to be awesome.
I love it.
Coach Bell, you had a good summer.
Yeah.
Got married.
Yep.
Murray.
You had a guy that was in your wedding party. He was top shelf. He was a bigger fella.
Who was that?
Wore some glasses.
Yeah.
He's just great. John. Coach at New Kent, I think.
Large in the chart.
But so what else you got? You
We went to the
Hang on.
Are we
We're
good?
fair
camp.
We're back.
Yeah.
We'll have to edit that part out too.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna have to do a lot of editing for the YouTube version of this and the podcast version that we're gonna put up. But Bell, what were you talking about?
We went to the Ferrum Elite Camp at Powhatan. That was
No, but I think we
Nice.
were there, weren't you?
Yeah, we stopped in.
A couple
Stopped
guys
in.
there.
Yeah. Coach Yetzer, great guy, man. I
Yeah.
can't say it enough.
Yeah.
He needs to
Great
be on
guys.
there eventually. He keeps saying he'd be on.
Oh
there.
yeah.
We'll make that happen.
Good
we'll
man.
Make that happen.
Oh, to answer Bryant's question, I got a sausage and egg with egg whites at McDonald's. That's why I was a little late. That was another reason I was a little late, fellas. Because I ran about 6 miles, and then I realized I probably should eat something, and then I got that. So, yeah, there's that. instead of my summer, which was a lot less,
Yeah.
a lot less exciting.
Yeah, he just worked.
I just worked.
Chill.
Went to PA for a couple times. Trained for the marathon. I ran my 5th marathon a couple weeks ago.
Clap it up, Foster's marathon run.
So didn't quite get the time I wanted, but still,
clapping at home.
yeah.
Clapping in my heart.
So yeah, there's our summers.
So what's next, man? What do we got next?
What we got?
Oh, we had the midnight bash.
Let's talk about feeder. Let's talk about feeder programs and the value of them.
Let me start this off.
All right.
Because a couple years ago, basically before I came on board at New Kent, Coach Foss had already started the middle school program out there, and it's paid dividends. 'Cause,
Right.
we have a youth program that runs, and we got the right people in place there now. There was a little lull, a little low down, kind of wasn't at the peak it needed to be.
Right.
And so you weren't seeing as good of kids coming through. Coach Foss started the middle school program, and now we have the right middle school coach in there.
Yeah.
And it's starting to pay dividends.
The dragon.
We're getting a lot of those kids. They don't know the most technique, but their positioning's pretty good. You don't have to go over
The
Bobby the Dragon.
Not Ricky
weekend.
Steamboat, everybody.
We
not
got the right guy down there, and it's paying dividends. Our younger guys that are coming up that are a little raw because they play 3 sports, so football and baseball
Right.
players too. But those guys that still know fundamental positioning and good forward pressure, where to place their knee, how to take a good heel toe penetration step, and working on their head and sides, and it's just the feeder programs are so important. So important. And Coach Foss, what he did and get that program started, the kids are gonna have awesome singlets this year down there, and our youth program, it's picking up.
Just the history of this, it was started by Coach Hintz, the youth league in 1993.
Coach Head's a good dude.
Yeah, awesome dude, and he started in 1993, and that's where the varsity program started that year too. He starts the youth league. Then that youth league, coached by Coach Andy Hintz, was doing really well. That's where we got a lot of our good guys like Schultz and
Right.
Gregory's and stuff like that came through. What I was seeing after a while is that Andy had less time down there, but also the kids would reach like 6th, 7th grade, and they kind of got tired of practicing with kindergartners and the same. So that's what we started the middle school program. What's also nice about our middle school program is that it's a little different than Henrico's and Hanover's, and I've heard this complaint from, I was talking to actually the head coach Glenn Allen yesterday, is that it's a little tougher because it's a weigh-in process, so you have one kid per weight class, where our middle school program, whoever you have, you match up by weight, and they get
Right.
2 matches a night, so it's more inclusive, so I think that's another key thing. I know that, and we have our guy down there came through our program instead of somebody who may not be teaching what you want to teach at the middle school level, so that's kind of helps too.
You know,
He's also nicknamed the Dragon.
yes.
That's pretty awesome.
You know, people, I mean, you guys have a middle school program at St.
That
Chris and stuff.
Yeah,
Like
it's,
Coach Bell, like in Chesterfield, they don't have
Yeah,
middle
I
school
mean,
wrestling.
everything-
And
Yeah,
we just lost our association club. We stopped the Vipers this year.
the Vipers.
Yeah,
65.
you don't have to go with
Vipers.
Yeah, it's
But
Yeah, but you guys,
we're pushing them to the Midlothian Miners now.
Okay.
They got a
Yeah,
great
they're-
facility.
they do a good job.
We practice there at Impact Wrestling, and that place is full with kids right now.
Yeah.
it's good.
Hopefully it'll pay off. They got great coaches over there.
They really care, man, doing a good
Yeah.
job.
Yeah, we will have a youth program going. I think in January. Our middle school program, you know, it's been going on as long as I've been there. Numbers a little low this year, but hopefully, you know, that'll turn around. You know, we've got Charlie Hudson as our middle school coach.
Not the Dragon.
Not
Not
the Dragon.
the
Tyler
Dragon.
Hamblin, who's a St. Chris alum, has
Also
been
not the Dragon.
no.
Tyler Henman does a good job. He has a little youth club.
Yeah.
I've seen him do some youth clinics, man. He does a good job with those kids. So.
Yeah. Yeah, so to answer Jason Bryant's question, yeah, youth coaches are important in building programs because, you know, a good youth coach will set that foundation and motivate the kids to continue in the sport and to take it to that next level.
Get kids to fall in love with it.
Yeah.
You know, like make it fun, but you know, still, you know, take it serious.
And Oak Knoll that's in Hanover County, had 48 kids. I'm guessing that is Larry Allen. Hey, speedy recovery on that back. North Chesterfield youth program by Coach Dix. Started a couple of years ago. So there are lots of options.
Oh, yeah,
so,
tons.
yeah.
Tons.
So that is important, you know, to get that foundation
Like
going.
all your youth numbers down are a little down in New Kent. I mean, you still got a core group.
Right.
You know, a lot of our other kids, you know, some of the youth kids wrestle at Predator.
Right.
You know, but our middle
Yeah.
school kids, like we have what, 30 kids and close to 30 kids on our middle school team right now.
Right.
25.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you know,
That's-
it's a pretty good middle school number for us. You know, be the
yeah,
local community.
that's good.
Yeah.
Bryant saw us when he has the privilege of remembering when New Kent first came up through the Bay Rivers from Single A, my first year coaching, and when like the early years of us knowing of him and I knowing each other, and we were pretty bad. It was that youth, but it started out like with like a kid like Stephen Wilkes, our first AA state placer. And then behind that, Daniel Allen, kids like that, the Handler brothers.
Right.
They all were Coach Andy trained, so it was very important. Now I think we have a very good guy in place that really does a good job of promoting going to big tournaments, and he promotes some of the middle schoolers. Hey, do both middle school program and the youth league program, if you have time, and that's going to be key because those kids are going to be pretty seasoned by the time they get up to us.
That's good. So, since it is preseason, what have you guys been focusing on in the room?
Right now, I mean, it's about just kind of. I mean, obviously, we're pretty lucky because of our feeder program.
Right.
That we only have one kid in our wrestling room that has never wrestled before.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so a lot of it's like fine tuning stuff. You know, emphasizing our penetration steps. And,
He's pretty
you
decent.
know,
He's
you know,
picked up a
yeah,
lot.
he's a good little athlete.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, so you know, good position, head placement. You know, proper hand fighting, cleaning up setups.
Mm-hmm.
You know, learn how to finish properly. Learn how to knee slide in after you get a little extended. Chasing a single. You know, when you get a little extended. Obviously, transition stuff on top. First, it all goes together. It's a whole system. I can't really dive into it completely.
Right.
But not every New Kent kid's the same. Not every New Kent kid's the same,
Yeah.
but we all do very similar stuff. So going over that stuff, emphasizing tight waist.
Right.
Good forward pressure. Attacking a near wrist. Being able to jam to a cross wrist. On bottom, we as a whole program, we gotta get better. And so we've been emphasizing, knocking back and changing it over, finding, creating space for our hips.
Right.
And bottom hand fighting. Stuff
that's huge.
that kind of goes, out the window, and sometimes we just emphasize that.
Yeah.
Constant motion. And
Sure.
as a coach, I utilize sparring a lot. With this group, we're a little younger, so we don't spar as much this year as we have. But I mean, we get the, we'll get into the flow of things. And,
Right.
by January and stuff, we're gonna be rocking and rolling.
The other thing, we were trying to get back into the weight room a little bit.
Us too.
We go about 20 minutes, 25 minutes of just Olympic lifts, and then
Yeah.
on top of that, doing our stuff that we do in our room with light weights and exercise called the gauntlet and stuff like that. The Trojan gauntlet, as I like to call it.
Gauntlet.
Sounds pretty
But
rough.
that works out well because we have a study hall right after school.
Right.
I'll stay in with the kids during the study hall. Foss will take the kids and go lift. And sometimes like our other assistant coaches would grab a couple of the kids and go do some one-on-one stuff with them, and it just works out pretty well. It's just a lot of communication and making sure we're ready. Like I know we're not going to be the same team in December that we're going to be in February.
Exactly.
So, it's all a process.
How about you guys, Coach Bell? What have you guys been working on?
Well, we are working on stance and a lot of basic stuff. We got a lot of first year guys in our program. We don't have any kids that started this year that have any youth experience.
Wow.
So it's a challenge, especially since we have a lot of returners this year, more than I've had since I've been at Manchester.
That's good.
So it's kind of trying to find that balance of keeping the new guys
Right.
learning
Yeah.
and the experienced guys on their toes.
I stopped by Coach Bell's room the other day, man. Those kids were in there working hard. They were asking good questions. My brother was in there helping out with Coach Bell. And
We got a lot of alumni come in the other day. That was great.
Then you got to go and have them unlearn what Mike showed them.
hey, man. Bro's decently tough.
I'm telling you.
We actually had a little change in personnel this year. Ross Katomer and John Gordon switched roles. So Ross Katomer is now the head coach, and John Gordon is the associate head coach.
Okay.
But again, they've been working on our basic technique system, not just our best kids, but like our whole group.
Hey,
And
Ross, I'm going to be your top associate.
it's going to be an unusual transition for the two of them, but I think we'll be all right. Ross has really stepped up this year, organizing things with the schedule and the Saints gear, which apparently all of our guys showed up wearing at the scrimmage yesterday.
Yes.
They look good.
Yeah.
Good job,
very
fellas.
sharp. Gray and red.
Yep. Wherever we go, we wear Saints gear. Gotta have the brand out there, fellas. Gotta show your brand off.
But
And he always does this. Woo!
overall in the state of Virginia, you got some programs that are going to be tough this year.
Oh yeah.
Forge, what they're bringing to the table as a dual team and a tournament team
Right.
is going to be fun to see. I think they're in the hunt in some national rankings right now, and then Christiansburg, going to be tough. They got a lot of young guys.
Yep.
Metallica, always do a good job of putting some kids out there. They're not as tough as they have been, but they're going to be a solid high school program this year. And then Hanover, obviously they're young. Overall, the state of Virginia is going to be fun to watch this year at all levels. I know the six classifications is crazy, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it's going to be fun to watch and see what good things are happening in the state.
Yep.
Jason Bryant going to church.
Yep. Go in peace, my son. Even though Sabbath was ended
Let's
last
not
night.
get into
that.
that was a rough.
Enjoy the service.
Yep. It's gonna be an interesting season. I'm really looking forward to it. There are a number of really, really tough programs around the state that are going to be battling. It'd be interesting to see Robinson and Forge going at it. Hanover's going to be tough. Matoka's going to be tough. You guys are going to be tough.
We hope.
It's going to be a
I
good
also like
season.
seeing and like it kind of goes into summer and the fall and stuff. But I saw a lot of teams that usually in the past they weren't really around during the off season, but now they are.
What was that?
Let my people throw.
But you have but you have like the Stanton River guys.
Right.
They were around. And the Jefferson Forest guys, they're always around. I mean, I know that's 3 and 4A. And
The Amherst
kids.
Amherst were all over. The place.
That's awesome, dude.
Is it Jeffrey Allen goes to Amherst?
Yeah,
Yes.
95 pounder.
Yeah. Freak of nature, as an All-American in freestyle out in Fargo.
Was he
Kid,
back this year? Was he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was a freshman, dude.
yeah.
Oh.
TJ Allen was a double All-American in Hanover. He's two really, really tough kids right there. It's gonna be a good season.
Hey, let's give a little shout out to all these kids committing to go wrestle in college.
Yeah.
BC the Prad.
Hey, we're back. Sorry, guys.
This is ridiculous. I blame Coach Bell. He's just messing with our internet. I think he's pulling cords and stuff. I don't know what he's doing.
I know Gary's.
We're back, Gary
We're
Davis.
back. We're back.
You're the man, Gary. Thank you for looking out for us, man.
Thanks for coming to New Kent, Gary Davis.
Was he there?
Heck no. Come on, man.
Missed you, buddy.
We missed you. We missed you.
But shout out to college kids committing. BC, LaPrade, New Kent kid, Virginia Tech, Blake Homan, New Kent kid, VMI, Patrick Grayson, committed to go wrestle in Nebraska.
Yeah.
Austin Riggs, I think, is going to the Naval Academy. I might be forgetting a bunch right now, but if you guys know more. Corbin Allen going to UVA. JD Gregory going to WVU.
Yeah.
So kids are starting to make their commitments, from Virginia.
What's the over/under amount of couches you're going to see getting burned over there?
Hey, I spent a lot of time in Morgantown, man.
It's a good school, but then a beautiful area, beautiful country.
Just
Good school.
sometimes they enjoy
A
them.
lot of burning couches.
Sometimes they get excited.
Yeah, they do get excited.
Do you think Sammy Henson will burn a couch? That's the question.
Sammy Henson is an awesome guy.
He's an awesome
an
guy. Maybe he might be burning one right now as we speak.
Could be.
All right, what's the next topic we got? What we got?
Cold up there.
Dee Pasquale is going to Stanford.
Oh,
yes.
Areola and Stone Campbell.
Nice.
With
Colot.
yeah.
The Camels, isn't it the Camels?
Wisman,
Missouri.
Missouri.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
talked about that last night
Um,
on our show when we planned the show last night.
yeah, we
We need
guys.
to film. That's too bad we can't film that.
We can, but that's more like behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Again, we want to apologize for the patheticness of the stream. I think we're gonna. I might be having issues with my internet. So if we go dead, just kind of hang with us. We might actually switch.
Or go do something a lot better than what that might be. Go do something with your life.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about
Somebody else.
food?
They had somebody
Oh,
else.
it's TJ Allen.
TJ Allen.
Yeah.
Is he? I didn't know he was
He's a junior.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tournament food? Yes. No.
What do we want
We
to
talked about this before with the parents.
Yeah, we
so they're
did.
Come on board.
Common examples of improper technique.
I don't even need to talk about that. It's negative. Don't put. It's positive. We need to be positive.
Beltran to Coker College.
Coker. Where's that?
Not sure.
That's where Jordan Barlow went.
Who's that?
He's a Smithfield State
Smithfield
champion.
fella.
Yeah.
He's wrestling out of Coker.
Coker. Is that a D1, D2?
They might be NAIA.
No. That's a
Beltran
weird.
will do well there.
Every time I hear Coker, I always think of Kroger, like the fish.
Yeah, it's good fish. Nice, not too fishy. But very, very mild.
Alright, what else we got?
Grills up
What needs
nice.
Harris for?
Yeah. Yeah. Where is Harris? How has wrestling changed since 19?
Oh, this is fun.
that one's.
Wrestling has evolved.
Yeah.
Wrestling is an evolving sport.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't stay the same. I mean, somebody posted a video of the NCAA championships like from the 60s the other
62, yeah, I saw that.
And, basically,
He's right. South Carolina. Put it on the board. I believe.
back then, it was all about riding time, pinning or getting riding time. And now, I mean, shoot, from the time that I was in high school now, I mean, it's completely evolved. It's
All styles of it too.
yeah, oh yeah, it's,
I mean, a lot of that has to do with rule changes and stuff, but it's completely different. It's changed since the late '90s,
Yeah.
early 2000s. It's continually evolving. Like
and that's a good thing, I think.
definitely
Stays
is.
fresh.
Yeah.
You know, and it's also going to give the opportunity for other types of athletes to come into our sport
Right.
too. You know,
Yeah.
instead of your mold of take a picture of the St. Christopher's coaching staff, short and stocky. You know, it's not going to be the same anymore.
But we don't. Yeah, I mean, but we don't necessarily wrestle like short, stocky guys.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean, the series that we do on top, we've got guys that just crush it with that, and they're different body types than what we show.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a
your
relatively
best kid at
new
that. Your best,
system.
Yeah.
one of the better kids in your team at that series is the long, lanky kid.
Right.
You know? So.
And he has those tractors in the parking lot. That was nice.
Weight
Drove him out there.
management.
Oh yeah. We were talking.
Weight management. Well, hey, I do have an ebook online.
Oh my goodness. Cheap
Yes.
blood, baby.
Look away, my friend.
Yeah.
I read it.
Yeah.
Have you read it, Paul?
I've not read it. I
Well,
probably
I
should.
guess I need to check it out. So tell me about it.
It's called. So tell us about it.
Very nice, Mr. Carson.
It's called the Solitary Wrestler Methods for Safe Weight Control. It basically breaks down all the stupid things that wrestlers do to cut weight, why they cut weight, why that's bad, and if you are going to cut weight, I plan out what you're going to do. Basically, weight management. You can lose 1.5% of your body weight per week. So depending on, it's anywhere between like a pound and 3/4 to like 3 pounds if you're a heavyweight. Really, you got to manage your weight. You don't want to do the yo-yo up and down between weigh-ins, fellas. And we know that you all do that. It's not wise to have to kill yourself, 2 and 3 days before the event when if you ideally,
Proactive.
ideally if you're not cutting weight.
that's one thing that this year in New Kent we've it's gonna be completely different. Last year it was a lot about weight cutting.
Yeah.
And this year we're having kids go up in weight. We're
Yeah.
having it's. I think in the long run it's gonna pay dividends. I think it's gonna be better on our bodies.
I think so too.
It's definitely as a coach, it's kind of a little bit harder for me to change because I see, these athletes being a little undersized right at first,
Yeah.
but they're going to get bigger and they're going to get stronger, and so I think in the long run it's going to be helpful. So
I mean, look what the Russians and the Iranians and the rest of the world does. They don't tear down; they build up.
yeah,
So when you wrestle a Russian, they might have a little bit of fat on them, but they're just a ball of technique. You don't necessarily have to cut a ton of weight, and if you are cutting weight, you need to make sure that you're eating and staying hydrated. That's a big
did any of
mistake.
you guys try that chicken broth stuff for the hydration test?
That they said to do during.
No.
Yeah.
You want to try that?
Chicken
I
broth
wasn't too.
Yeah, it was a chicken broth
into
and just water,
Right.
kind of flushes your system
and
also
just
keeps
stay
you
hydrated.
We tried it with a couple of our kids just to kind of see where it was.
Right.
And I mean it did okay.
Yeah.
I think some of the kids could have done it a little bit differently, because some of them were overly hydrated. And
Yeah,
kind of had
it came in as pure water.
It's a flawed system. It's well intentioned, but it's a flawed system. If you're working out, you're going to be a little dehydrated. Josh Dix weighed in on that. Agreed, weight cuts should be safe for summer tournaments and during high school. Make your wrestler better athletes. Use your 55-9.